OK, we want your calls, we want your comments on this. How do you think the team will do come that kick-off this afternoon? Or indeed, if you're from Slovenia, let us know what England are up against. Here's Charlotte with a rundown of what else is happening.
Thanks, Eamon. MPs will debate the government's budget in the Commons today. The government is defending its decision to raise VAT to 20% as unavoidable. Our city editor Mark Kleiman is in central London and our political correspondent Neil Patterson is in Westminster. And Mark, coming to you first, how is the city reacting to all this morning?
Well, I think the city's
arbitrary. Winchester will come to a standstill later as hundreds of troops parade through the city. It's part of a service of remembrance for the 11 Light Brigade, which has recently returned from duty in Afghanistan. The brigade lost 64 soldiers during its 6-month tour, which ended in April.
Thanks, Charlotte. With that, we take a look at the newspapers on this Wednesday morning. Big concentration, of course, on... OK, here John Gaunt's views of the football after Charlotte with a rundown of what else is happening.
Eamon, thank you. MPs will be debating the government's emergency budget in the Commons today. The government's defending its plan to raise VAT to 20%.
Saying much indeed. We now got Mr John Gaunt with the newspapers. Good to see you, John, and it's the budget first of all. The papers are having their say. Yep. You have your say.
Yeah, I mean, just taking the Sun here, we'll fare better by spending a lot less on welfare, they say. Focusing in on, excuse me, on George Osborne's attack on the work shy, so to speak, especially in terms of housing benefits. There's been many stories, not only in the Sun but in other newspapers, about how people have been getting, you know, £100,000 in housing benefit. Clearly, the welfare state was set up to be a safety net, not a lifestyle choice.
Do you actually think, in other times, there would be huge rebellion about this budget? But do you actually think he's struck lucky here? He has got his finger on the pulse because people think if the medicine doesn't taste bitter, it's not doing any good.
Do you know what my mum used to say? If the medicine doesn't taste bad, it won't do you any good. You're right. However, he's also been helped, hasn't he, by the World Cup? He's also been helped by England's dismal performance and the fact that most of us today. Well, it's helping him because most of us aren't really bothered about the budget. What we're thinking about is 3 o'clock this afternoon and where we're going to be. No, that's the fact. And it's not until a few days this will sink in how it's going to affect us.
Or January when the VAT increase comes in.
Precisely. And the 25% thing, you know, 25% across most of the departments. We don't actually know what that means yet. And also, I think he's probably gone too far. But we'll wait and see.
Okay.
I don't know how bad the
Well, he's on this programme in less than an hour's time, so yes, we'll have a talk to him about that. Now, listen, President Obama, he's talking tough these days. He kicks the ass of BP. He's now kicking the ass of a military general.
Yeah, I could tear a tissue. I could crush a grape, as I used to say. I'd crack his. This bloke is a Burke. I said it before he was elected.
No, this is Obama, not the general.
Obama, yeah. Obama, right, he blames us for BP, when BP is a global company, not a British company anymore. He only does that to distract attention from himself, because for a week he dithered over what to do about this crisis. He then has a go at the guy who caught Saddam Hussein, the guy who's leading the war in Afghanistan, the guy who the troops on the floor say he's a real soldier. This guy, OK, is taking a mickey, because when he went to see Obama didn't even know who he was. And as one of his aides says, he didn't seem to effing know who he was. This man's effing running his war. You can understand why military top brass are upset. Now, you've got to be careful, because top brass and military shouldn't talk over the elected representatives. I see this. But this pantomime Dame Act of Obama is wearing a bit thin. This man had no executive experience, right? He'd run a few little committees. So
what you're saying is, who would you actually trust judgment-wise on this one? The military man or the politician?
Well, the military man.
And Obama, he said here that the general displayed poor judgment. I suppose it's one thing to display poor judgment in a magazine interview, which he was talking about, but it has bigger consequences to display poor judgment, if that is the case, in the theatre of war.
Yeah, and it's a massive consequence. I mean, if we take this man out of Afghanistan, we'll have all kinds of problems. Yes, he probably went over the mark. However, Obama has no executive experience. This is the problem with it. When everyone got carried away with electing him as this was the brave new world, there was only a few lone voices, people like me, who said, hold on a minute, has he got the experience? But no, we all had to sign up to, yes, he can do it, we can do it.
Okay.
Well, now it's coming home to roost. the way he's been about BP, and now he's going to sack this guy today.
Talking about leaders, did you sign up to Fabio? Are you still a Fabio man?
No, I want him sacked. I want him sacked. He won't win us the World Cup. We will win today, though. He says we can rule the world, and he says he's not mad. And I'm sure he's not mad. However, he's some kind of control freak. He's right about not letting the wags there, but he clearly has been too controlling with the players. I had a lot of sympathy. I've had a big run-in with JT, which was in the Sun a few years ago, so I'm no big John Terry fan. Me and him have argued. However, I thought he was quite a man to stand up and say what he said. And also, I think it needed saying, and it needed an Englishman. Call me xenophobic. It needed an Englishman to say it. We need more people like Terry, more people like Wayne Rooney. We need that passion. 3 lions on our shirt, and we will win today. But do you know what? No man deserves £6 million for managing a part-time team.
Well, it is interesting when you look at a general who's running the war in Afghanistan compared to a leader who's running a football team and compare their salaries, I suppose.
Yeah, incredible.
Now, you're talking about English and 3 lions on your shirt. 50 things that make us English. Well, it doesn't make me English, but it'll make you and Charlotte English.
I don't know. You'd be all right. You'd probably tick these. 1's love of pubs. 2's enjoy your Sunday roast. You definitely give that a tick.
Yes, I'll give that 2 ticks.
3, talking about the weather. That's all you ever go on about. 4, soothing cuppa to his worries. That as well.
Don't drink tea.
Stiff upper lip. No, that's not you. Moaning. That's him.
Well, that's 3 ticks.
Queuing.
Don't do queuing.
Watching soaps.
No.
No, I don't watch soaps either. Bank holiday DIY. No, you don't do that. Meat and 2 veg.
Yeah, that'll be all right.
So it's a bit of fun. The things that make us English. It's Bombardier Beer who have done it. You know, sometimes I think we need to be proud to be. Well, we do need to be proud to be
Here's one thing at number 47 on the list is achieving against all odds. That's what you might need this afternoon.
Look, will you stop with this? We will win this afternoon, won't we?
We will, yeah.
We are going to win. I think it's going to be 3-1.
Winning should be on that list as well.
What should be?
Winning should be on that list as well, yeah.
1966. Shall we start talking about that again to upset the Scottish viewers?
Every now and again, winning, yeah.
Yes, we'll bear that in mind with Wimbledon as well.
Can I just say one thing to you? What I don't want is a text at 10 to 5 if we've lost.
No, listen, I am not English, but I hope England do win. Of course I do. I support these players.
I can't believe you lost.
I can't believe you.
I had to spend Friday at home in Belfast listening to people who were saying to me I was English. Now I'm here and everybody's calling me a traitor. You can't win at all.
Well, you're the one who keeps saying we.
Bye, goodbye, John. That's it.
France were good, though, weren't they? They deserve to be there.
They were hilarious. They were absolutely hilarious. Thank you, Mr. John Gaunt. We go to Winchester now. About Slovenia there from its ambassador, Iztok Yarts, there in central London. See, because people just don't know where Slovenia is, and it's such a small country there.
Everybody knows now.
What are they saying about emails and things today?
Oh, well, people talking about where they're going to be watching football. Rebecca McGrath has said her children's primary school finishes at 2:15, thanks to the head teacher. Ben Hansford's hosting a 2-day workshop, unfortunately. He says, can you arrange for me to take an important call at 3 o'clock today?
Very good idea.
Richard Nicholl says England's chances are like a model taking on holy orders. Slim to none.
Slim to none. OK, well, we don't know. Well, let's go to Wimbledon now and let's find out from the great guru herself about the football and the Thank you, Jackie. Very good. Just received an email here from a Sky News reporter, someone in our political wing of the company. I've already told the ambassador that he has Scotland's support today. That's the Slovenian ambassador there. So Scotland is now officially a part of Slovenia for today only there. Lucy, weather-wise, if folk are lucky enough to... Well, it's a bad day if you're inside watching football, I suppose, isn't it?
It's not the best, no.
Because
it's
so good outside.
The ideal would be a screen outside that doesn't reflect the sunlight. Yes, that too, if you can wait that long. It's looking gloriously sunny.
David, thank you very much indeed. He doesn't seem full of hope, does he? He doesn't when he's going through the motions anyway. There, put it a good face on it. If you're from Slovenia, Twitter us as well today. We've just spoken to your ambassador. Very nice man. He's very diplomatic. At Eamon Holmes, at Sky Charlotte, news at sky.com. Let us know who you're behind today. A rundown of what else is happening. What have you got, Charlotte?
Thanks, Eamon. Well, MPs are going to be debating the government's budget in the Commons today. The government's defending its decision to raise VAT to 20% as unavoidable. Our political correspondent Neil Patterson is in Westminster. So, Neil, what can we expect from this debate today?
Well, certainly plenty of fireworks, because let's remember...
Thank you, Charlotte. We're going to run through the newspapers now. A lot of budget stories, of course, over them. That's the Chancellor, George Osborne, and his first budget, an emergency budget. It was. Let's get a rundown now of what else is happening news-wise. Charlotte, with that.
Thanks, Eamon. And with regards to the football, England captain Steven Gerrard has described England's World Cup clash against Slovenia today as a do-or-die scenario. England must win the game. The live desk opens now to South Africa's Port Elizabeth as England gear up for their must-win World Cup qualifier against Slovenia. The latest from Washington as Obama's top commander in Afghanistan fights to save his job. And it's day 3 of Wimbledon, but Murray's the only Brit left standing. But first, at 9 o'clock, MPs are to debate the budget in the Commons. The government's defending its decision to raise VAT to 20% as unavoidable and the only alternative to even deeper spending cuts. Campaigners and the opposition have criticised the budget as unfair, saying it'll hit the poorest hardest.
Look, I had a choice.